A young African fashion designer is putting a modern twist on men's clothing styles from the 1960s. Reporter Maurice Magurane visited the design studio in Rwanda in this story narrated by Salem Solomon.
26-year-old Matthew Rugamba got his start in fashion trying to modernize the traditional kitenge, loincloth common across East Africa. At his house of Tayo in Kigali, the Rwanda designer has expanded into African outfits and accessories with a contemporary twist. Rugamba says he is inspired by the looks of the 1960s and the era of African independence, especially the styles of former Congolese Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba and the U.S. civil rights activist Malcolm X.
If you look at the 1960s, that time when the independence movements were picking up, that was the perfect blend of West and African style, because you'd see Patrice Lumumba wear, like the bow ties and suits, but you'd see him wear like a leopard skin or some sort of print. And that sort of aesthetic really caught my eye. And I used that as the foundation for this brand.
As Rugamba's designs find bigger audiences abroad, he is determined to keep manufacturing local, producing all of his accessories through a Kigali-based women's cooperative where seamstresses say they have a voice in design.
ariko akibizana bwa mbere byabanje kutugora ariko bitari cyane ariko nyuma tugenda tumenyera agenda bitekerezo natwe twagenda tumwe ibindi ko tubyumva ariko nyuma biba byiza
umwihariko mbona nko ku bintu matayo ku madesign
that House of Tayo brings will now go hand in hand with the enthusiasm people have for these new products, beginning with the loincloths. Recently, fewer people are buying imported second-hand products.
Most of Rugamba's high-end designs are too expensive for much of the local market. As he looks to expand from East Africa to North America, he says his #1 goal is to make House of Tayo products more affordable for everyone. Salem Solomon for Maurice Mogherini, VOA News.
Our final story is about something that's been fashionable for centuries now, coffee. People around the world start their day with it, and in Burundi, it's a major foreign export, and coffee farming is a way of life. Moses Habyarimana brings us to a coffee plantation in Bujumbura, Burundi.
More than 80% of Burundian population are farmers. At least 600,000 families depends on coffee farming. The country's economy is predominantly agriculture. Coffee remains the major cash crop for the country, earning more than 70% of the foreign exchange. Access to bank loans is one of the major challenges Burundi coffee growers face.
For sure, I'm not even the one who planted them. This coffee plantation was planted by my parents. We are calling for the coffee price to be raised to at least 4 cents per kilogram manure. It's one of the challenging things we are facing to keep the land fertile.
Burundian coffee is mainly exported to Europe, Asia, and United States of America. As Burundi's private sector and businesses were affected by the political crisis that erupted last year, coffee exporters say that the political crisis affected a little in the production and exportation of the product.
We are working with 3 cooperatives, which has many farmers, and we are also working with the individual farmers who are bringing straight to the station. We are only focusing on quality. This is the difference between other washing station and our washing station.
Burundi has 170 coffee washing stations and 8 dry mills. With average harvest of 19,000 tons of coffee, 75% of the coffee farmers access the market directly without going through agents. 3 million people of the estimated 10 million Burundi population benefit directly from coffee.
Pour l'année passée, nous avons produit plus de 18 000 tonnes
Last
de
year,
café marchand.
we produced more than 18,000 tons of coffee, and that's why we are expecting the same volume this year, because the production seems the same. Coffee contributes a lot to the homes of Burundians, most especially in the regions where coffee is grown. We don't segregate. Coffee brings all Burundians together without regarding the ethnicity. We were born finding our parents drinking coffee. They said it's like leisure for the elderly.
Burundi exports 17,000 tons to the outside world of coffee, but only 1% is consumed locally, most especially in this kind of places called Buyenzi in the local communities. Moses Havyarimana for Voice of America, Bujumbura.
And that's our show for today. Be sure to watch Africa 54. The Africa 54 is a service of the Voice of America. For all the world's top news, check out our VOA website, updated around the clock. The address is voaafrica.com. I'm Esther Githui-Ewart here in Washington.
We look forward to bringing you another show next week. Check out our website, channelstv.com, for all our local news and program information, anytime, day or night. I am Adeshewa Josh. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.